Alright, so this is kind of a experiment. My brother here needed a larger truck. What he has now are 1/10, and they don't do very good in the grass. So what this is an old Traxxas Summit that I've had laying around for years. And it's got my old slash 4x4 body on it for now. What I've done is put a 54 tooth spur on it. It came with a 60 something tooth because this thing was really meant to be kind of a low speed kind of crawler. Ignore the dog in the background. Alright, we got her locked up so she won't chew this up or get hit by it. And yeah, I don't know if this 775 in here is going to push this truck without overheating, so I got my temp gun with me. It is, I don't know, how hot you think it is out here? About 90?
Probably 90, yeah.
95, somewhere around in there. So yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Can you turn your controller on?
It's on.
It doesn't have a reverse lockout?
It does.
Okay. Now do a full speed. See how fast it is. Go full speed. No, I mean from reverse to forwards. Yeah, be careful with that. It's just body rub, it's fine. Go full speed with it down the driveway. See how fast it is. Oh yeah, a little faster with that 54 tooth. Yeah. Take it out here, hit this jump with it a couple times. I love the Revo suspension. Hey, hit the slide with it, Braden. Oh, easy with that. Oh yeah, good. It's not anywhere near as fast as the Creighton, but it's... Can you do donuts? How's that single steering servo feeling? Looks like it's got enough.
Enough to keep it centered.
Yeah. Did Mom take Miley in?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what Pearl does with it. I don't really want to bring her out, because I know she's probably going to chase it. Either that or be afraid of it. Oh, you got a stick stuck in it? Hi, Pearly. There you go.
Looks like a root.
It's not fast by any means, but I mean, it's fast enough. Pearl? Hey, Pearl. Good girl. Good girl.
I'll move it away if she starts barking at it.
You ain't gonna outrun her with that one. Pearl?
Pearl? She just finds it interesting. She doesn't really get a lot of toys to play with.
Oh, yeah, the ones she does get to play with, she tears up in 5 seconds. Pearly! Let me look at the ESC temperatures.
Look at the body. Where'd she go?
She went somewhere.
Pearl?
Alright, don't hit the throttle. I got it up here on my knee.
Where did she go?
120 on the ESC.
120, is that good or is that bad?
That's not bad.
I mean, then again, with how hot it is out here, you should be running these things.
It's like 114 on the motor can, maybe?
I think the motor cam was like that yesterday too, anyways.
115.
Listen to the thing. The thing does not sound.
124, 127. All right. It's just the servo fighting me. I was putting a little pressure on the wheels. Those servos whine like that.
Let's see.
I think she's just chasing it. I don't think she's going to do anything. Batteries are starting to get a little weak already. Really? They're only 3,000 milliamps.
6,000 milliamps, both of them. So.
Actually, I don't know if they're running in series or parallel on that truck, honestly. Depending on, I can't remember which one is which, but one doubles the milliamp, the other doubles voltage. Well, it might not be fully dead yet. Look out, Pearl! Oh, Pearl,
You okay?
you all right, girl? That's why I don't want her out. She's not smart enough to move out of the way.
Stop.
You big dumb oaf. All right.
Maybe not.
Well, adjust your steering trim if it's pulling a little.
Carl.
Hey. Not the tires.
No.
She tried to get it. All right, I'm gonna go put her back up. All right, got her back in the trailer. Again, let her back out once we're done. Yeah, this thing on a couple 2S lipos would be fine, like perfectly fine. You think?
Probably.
It would last, it would run longer, for sure.
How long? Like 30 minutes?
15, 20.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Piece of grass stuck in it. Again, sorry about the dog. All right, drive it up to the house.
No, I mean it lasted for a pretty long time.
10 minutes or so.
Seems to be working fine.
Yeah, it's running really good. Can you pull the body to the side so I can get that motor?
150.
150.
That's not great, is it?
A little warm. 150. 25. What was the ESC back here?
Oh, that's hot.
It's the battery. ESC 120. Open that battery door. That's my old pack. 150. Whoops. Close it back up and open the other side. Your pack. I guarantee your pack's not as hot because it's newer.
No, it doesn't feel as hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the same.
126. So that's a much newer battery and in much better condition than my other one. So yeah, 2S lipos on that would probably be plenty. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you all updated on this. Alright, so you don't have to watch this if you don't want. This is just kind of talking about stuff at the end of the video. This truck was stripped down, there we go, to just about nothing. I mean, I had already taken the Canyon AT tires off because they ripped, and I glued these to the stock geode wheels. Let's see, it had the rear drive lines, but it had nothing in the front. It didn't even have a front diff in it, or a front drive shaft up here. So I spent all night tinkering with stuff, looking around, going through old parts bags, because if you guys don't know, a lot of Traxxas parts are actually interchangeable. If I could find them, here we go. These are the stock spider gears from the front diff that the truck did have in it. So I just ran with the front diffs locked all the time because it's a Summit and you can do that. I didn't want to run locked diffs on it the way it is now because I'm turning it into something else. So I tore apart a front diff and replaced some gears out of an old bag of gears I had that go to various different trucks. I think I got gears from the E-Max, the Revo, Nitro Revo 2.5, and even the Traxxas slash 4x4s just all in here because most of that stuff, at least inside of your diff cups, is actually interchangeable, if I remember correctly. Either way, I save diff gears and things like that. And yeah, so these were toast, and that's why it didn't have a front differential in it. I had forgotten about it. I took the whole front case, everything, off and swapped it out with, if I can find it, a long time ago, just this piece with no diff in it, and attached the A-arms, and it was rear-wheel drive because I didn't feel like messing with gears. I mean, I was young, I was stupid, and quite frankly just didn't care. So luckily, digging through my box of parts, I found the original front end and swapped the gears out inside the diff. So that was one thing I did. I don't know what happened to the stock radio box, but I had to make me, and this is jank as it can be, but made me a custom, like, tiny aluminum, thin, just plate aluminum receiver box mount, and then mounted it all up. This is actually, the truck came with dual servos, but I don't have any of those anymore because this truck was robbed for parts. The servos from this truck went into various other projects. So this is the stock servo for the Arma Creighton that I got. I replaced it with a, I replaced the Arma Creighton's servo with a an Amazon special because I thought that the servo in the truck was weak. It just turns out that the steering saver, the servo saver in that truck is extremely soft. I mean, you can take the truck with it turned on and turn the wheels and it won't turn the servo. Like, the servo will lock itself in place and you can do what you want with the front wheels. It's insanely soft. So I had this laying around that I put on it. The shock rods here, the whatever you want to call them, they had no screws in them, so I had to dig around in my box of screws. It had, like I said, no front drive shaft, and I couldn't find the original that went to it, so I don't even know, but I think what I've got in it right now is a slightly modified, actually I know it's a slightly modified Revo 2.0 drive shaft, because if you've ever owned a Nitro Revo, you know on the transmission it has a disc brake. Well, that disc brake keys into these two pins that stick out of the front drive shaft. And yeah, I cut the two pins off the drive shaft and did a little bit of sanding to make it fit. So that's what's turning the front wheels now. I mean, I got this thing back up and running totally for free, but it is about at the limit of what I was able to do. I don't have like anything left over that I could put in it because, I mean, you know, I got a different rear shock tower here that could go on it and some other little bits and pieces. I have a lot of RPM A-arms because, again, they're compatible through all of the models as far as I know. I know that the Revo 2.5 was compatible with the Summit because that's what I've got on it. These are Revo 2.5 A-arms, I do believe. So it's just a Frankenstein of a truck at this point, and I am going to be upgrading it. You can see the micro servo for the transmission shift. I've actually cut the wire to it because this servo, well, oh, it's already right. The servo gears are just stripped. Traxxas micro servos sucked. Even for the little Marv over there, they sucked. Always stripped gears. So yeah, it's just a hodgepodge of different parts. I do believe the rear diff in it isn't even the stock Summit diff, at least the internals. I can't remember though. The reason I say that is because it no longer has the diff lock pins in there, so I think even that's, whoops, battery. I think even that's a different differential. At least the spider gears inside the diff cup. So yeah, I got plastic front drive shafts, the constant velocity steel shafts in the rear because I broke one. I just snapped it clean in half doing backflips off of a concrete wall with the Canyon AT tires, which are massive tires. So yeah, this truck, long story short, it just kind of got left by the side and scrapped for parts and screws and anything I needed for other builds. And it's nice to have it back together. I think the fluid in the shocks is probably about gone. Feels like it. Yeah, so slowly but surely I will get this thing back up and running, and it'll be my little brother's truck because he needs something the size of the Creighton so that when we go out places, you know, if there's grass or whatever, it's not gonna high center in the grass and get stuck. So yeah, a new project for the channel. We'll be God, that's a lot of slop. I don't know why there's so much in it. Maybe it's normal, I don't know. But yeah, so I think I've been babbling for long enough. Thank y'all for watching this if you stuck around this long, but you'll be seeing more of this on the channel. Hopefully we can get it transformed into something that's comparable to the Arma Creighton over there. Thanks for watching.